as you mentioned some spend time with Mariah, being in isolation, all that. How is the writing process? Do you even when you're on the road, are you and Luke, or is it the team writing? How do you guys continue to construct and continue to keep all that flowing?
Well, it's funny you ask, because yes, in the history of FK&C, it has always been dressing rooms, back lounges, the tour buses, bringing writers out. But again, one of the things that this sort of hard time of COVID-19 afforded us was to actually sort of make, because we weren't traveling at all, make writing and recording kind of our day-to-day job. So we would, in essence, sort of work a 9 to 5, and that was really beautiful in and of itself, in that you just weren't distracted. And I think we were able to write a lot and record a lot in a very sort of prolific amount of time that was very concentrated to what we've just faced. And so I think, we never quite know. We're actually mastering the record this week, so we're almost completely done with it. I think you're going to really see a very grounded perspective on at least our POV of what we've walked through this record. So I think it'll change the way we make records, honestly, this last period, because it was just so much more enjoyable than like the double duty of like being on stage and then walking off stage, tracking a vocal and writing a verse and doing all that. So yeah, we'll see, Brandon, but this record is an outlier in the fact that we were able to be home for the whole thing.
Is there a song, because I have my favorite, and I'm not saying it's not gotten its play, but is there a song that you think is kind of underrated? Like it just sort of, it just seems to not make, because now your library just keeps growing and growing and growing, and it seems like you're adding new songs, of course. But it's like, oh man, I don't have to cut that song. I don't cut that song. Is there a favorite that you're like, oh man, that one just kind of keeps falling to the wayside, or it didn't get the legs, and I kind of wish we could find a way to breathe some new life in it and that kind of thing? I have mine. I'll tell you after you say yours to see.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, it is interesting because like I said, we just played the first show of the tour last night, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's the best representation, music-wise, song-wise, of the King and Country in the history of the band. I think we kind of looked back at a couple songs like Fine Fine Life. There's another song called Ceasefire that we brought back into the set. And so, yes, the short answer is there are those songs. But my hope is that we're sort of, through paying attention on social media, paying attention to our own spirits, paying attention to the comments from shows, that we're not missing too many. But you tell me, you tell me if we've missed the.
Oh, mine is Ceasefire. Mine is Ceasefire. Ceasefire is just an underrated song. It got its play with Ben-Hur.
I knew it.
It is. In the video that goes with that movie, and it's just a video that just really still just cuts me, man. I love that. It's great. It's very underrated.
Wow.
I'm not trying to downplay anything else. It's underrated, folks. If you got that on repeat a couple times.
It's funny, Brandon, when you said there's an underrated song, the first song I thought of was Ceasefire. I thought he's talking about Ceasefire.
You saw it in my face. Wow. You just know me that well. It's what's happened. I'm showing too many cards, I think. So